Hello, it's Monday. I'm back. I'm not dead, even if work tried to kill me. I'm okay. Hello. I'm a little bit tired today, but yes, oxygen not included is on the menu for the usual sort of stuff. I did a little bit of off-stream tampering with the volcano steam adjustment system. Not too much. I'll run through it quickly, but it is working now, and as far as I can tell, it will continue to work. So let's jump in. Hello. Right. So here we are. So the only change I actually made, well, there were two changes. First of all, I left some salt water up here, and that kept evaporating because this naphtha was getting above 100 degrees, as it should. So that was breaking the whole vacuum in here and breaking the whole room. So we obviously swept that and removed all of that. That helped. We also put in an extra valve here. So what I'm doing is salt water is coming in from the geyser or just from the map. We're sending 3,000 total through here. And we're sending 1,000 through this valve, which is running through the radiant pipes. So this salt water is getting superheated by the hot material in the conveyors. And because it's below 1 kilogram pressure, it's not breaking the pipe, even though it's super hot and it should be turning into steam. It doesn't. The remaining 2,000 comes out of here. And then what I actually did is I bridged this over here, and these pipes meet at the valve, or the vent. So if the steam pressure in here is low enough, which it usually is, both of these packets will merge at the vent and vent, so they'll never combine, and thus the pipe won't break. But even if the pipes do meet and the vent is overpressured and it has to get pumped out here, the temperatures are just about at the right level, because we're pumping in cold steam water at the moment, or cold salt water at the moment, that it's still not breaking. But the aim is to just have it vent in here, and then it doesn't matter what temperature these are when they come in. So that will work in a minute. There's just some excess steam pressure in here we're trying to remove at the moment. So yeah, I think what I could even do for now is just to get some of this excess steam pressure out here. We're going to lower this down to 1,000. Actually, let's lower it to 2,000. And that'll get rid of some of the excess pressure in here, and hopefully this will start venting again a bit more thoroughly. And I think that is literally all I changed. And if I play, the uranium is staying at 15 kilograms on this tile. You could use lead. I've used uranium. And it doesn't seem to be causing any shenanigans. I do have sensors in here that will tell me... I have a hydro sensor that will tell me if this room breaches. So we should be able to just leave this running. And at the moment, this room is heating up. It's still heating up. We're getting it to steam temperature. Steam turbine temperature. But sooner or later, these doors are going to start opening as we continue to load all this hot rock in here. Because the conveyor for the hot rock is going through this very hot room, and we're having the material exit when it's at 450 degrees. So still quite hot, but this means that there's always going to be material in here that's above 450 kilograms, more or less. So you can see these doors are opening now, and we're getting heat damage. Oh no. We're getting heat damage now because the vent is overpressurizing. We're only getting it when it's overpressurizing. I guess I need to set this to 3,000 again, so that it's below the temperature for now. I need to let a little bit of excess steam out of here. Can someone come and fiddle with this before this vent breaks? Otherwise we're going to have to do a very quick reload. I shouldn't have fiddled with this. It was actually working. I was trying to get some extra water out of here, but it didn't quite work. No, we're gonna have to reload that. The alternative is that I just release a load of this hot steam. Yeah, maybe we try that first. Let's try it. What could go wrong? But yeah, the point is the uranium isn't being deleted now. So this will keep running indefinitely. Now what's happening? Something's breaking over here. Oh boy. I should not have salt water over here. We just gotta reload this quickly. Starting strong. We're fine. We're fine. I'll just not break it this time. We'll just let it run. Yeah, it really does need everything to go at the sort of ratios I had it set to work, which isn't ideal. But it is what it is. I'm going to take my jacket off as well, because it's a bit too hot in here. I don't know how it's ended up quite so hot in this room. It's not even that hot outside today. Might do another water change on the tank. I think the tank is quite hot. And it may be heating up the room. Who knows? Or at least stopping the temperature from dropping in here. Anyways, we'll reload it. I'll not fiddle with it this time, because it was working. And we ran out on Sandbox for like a couple of cycles, and it still worked. So we shouldn't have any issues if I just leave it alone. It's taking a little while to load. There we go. Yeah, we'll just let it run. We'll drain out the excess water for now. If we do drain out the excess water, eventually it is all going to get pumped out. Because there's going to be stuff coming out here and it's not going to be going in here. Maybe. I mean, the thing is, we've got 3,000 going in. So we would expect 1,000 to come out while this is operating. We'll just let it run. For now, this is working. For now, we're getting the full 2,000 of water out, so that's good enough. If it's working, it actually is good enough. But yeah, the first thing to do today is to actually get some petroleum boiling. So we're going to leave this running a little bit longer so that this room is up to temperature. And then we're not going to fiddle with it. And then we should just end up with heating in here. So I'm gonna flip this over. This is also going to erupt in a minute. And I think what I actually need to do is I need to set this timer to 2 and 28. Because when this erupted and there was too much magma over here, it did actually form a tile. So I do need to be a little bit careful of that. And this volcano is going to erupt in 1.1 cycles. So for now, I'm going to leave this. Because what I want is for the volcano to erupt and all the magma to get condensed, and then we'll open this. Just to, again, minimize the chance of tile formation. Because if we have a very small amount of igneous rock in here, it might melt as well, and then we might end up with a tile. So I've got plants on me. But yeah, not a particularly varied view today. But it is working, and we're delivering the salt out as well. So what I can do while I'm waiting for this is I can actually send the salt to the... I can build a conveyor rail. This could be just a normal conveyor rail. I can go up here. We can send that to our industrial sauna and drop it off here. So that should work. So... what's the easiest way to do this? Probably just send it past here. And then we'll conveyor bridge it here, because this is where the sulfur is coming out of. And we'll hook that up down here. Yeah, I think we'll just send this along like this. Yeah, that works. So we'll build that, and then once it's done, we'll close this. And then all the salt will be dropped off in the industrial sorter, where we will turn it into table salts. Because I don't think we need salt for anything else. At least not renewable salt. We're going to want some salt to deoxidize all the rust eventually, but I mean, that's not an urgent priority. There we go. So yeah, this room is pretty much open now. I'm gonna let this evaporate. What is overheating? The transformer. That's fine. We'll deconstruct this now. Actually, I'm not going to do these all at once because I don't want to unplug everything in the base all at once. But I should eventually just replace these all with gold. But yeah, that should get demolished fairly quickly. Cool. How's it looking in here? We got rid of all the steam in here. We have. That's good. But yeah, we solved our water problem mostly in that we've been doing a load of sludge presses. And the water that comes out of this is actually quite cold. Well, I don't think it's cold enough for the plants because the mud is a little hot. I think the base is a little hot as well over here. But this is certainly water that we can electrolyze and feed to oil wells and stuff. So that's being fed in. We've got all of our oxygen back as a result. So these storages, I mean, these are currently working hard to refill all the atmosuits. But they're pretty much all full up again. And then we'll start repressurizing this part of the base. And while we're waiting for that volcano to erupt, we'll keep building more ladders over here. I think I queued up some glass, so we're gonna keep making solar panels, and then I'm gonna sort of retroactively remove some and put in a rocket corridor. So I do want the solar panels. Yeah, there we go. Then in terms of power wires, I think I've already hooked up all of those ones. There's two more transformers down here we can hook up. The wiring is going to have to get a little creative, but that's fine. We'll get that hooked up as well. We can always use more power, and it's something we can very quickly do now. And the important thing is that nothing is breaking while we're not focusing on it. Yeah, we can just bridge all of these. It's not going to be pretty, but it is what it is. I'm willing to put up with it at this point. So that can just go like this. I'm going to send this wire all the way up here. And lead should be fine for all of this. I'm gonna have to revisit some of the materials and things when I do start building the rockets. But I'm pretty sure the rockets are just gonna go to the left. So we want 5 solar panels hooked up to each line. There we go. Maybe we just do 5 solar panels. Or, well, 25 solar panels. That seems reasonable. So I'll cancel these for now. Suppose I'll cancel this for now as well. And then we'll just hook up that last wire, and we should be just in time to go and watch the volcano erupt. I've got to admit, at this point, I've sunk so much time into that volcano, it feels weird just not watching it. But I think it's pretty much ready. Right, here we go. And this just gives the dupes something else to do as well. Yeah, apologies if I'm a little bit low energy tonight, because I don't know why, I've been super tired. But I don't think that's a problem that isn't going to be solved by playing video games. Yeah. At least I'm not doing like a no reloads playthrough. That would be rough. Right, so we just need to do some shenanigans here. I'll need to get that bridge done right away. So this bridge on its own can be a yellow alert. And then the issue with this, so this conductive wire bridge is actually leaking heat out of the base. So I should actually move this as well. So what I should do is this. You never want to put bridges between insulated tiles, because the heat will transfer over the wire bridge specifically. It's very annoying. But it won't transfer over the wire for some reason. But that should solve that. So I get them to build all of that. Drecos, we need another Dreco. I did eat a lot of these guys recently, so we're kind of a bit lower than usual in these. Okay, that's fine. Around 3.5 million calories, that's pretty good. Well, this hasn't broken while I've been away. This is going to erupt in 0.3 cycles. But yes, at this point, this room is heated up to about 500 degrees. I'm going to wait for the volcano to erupt first. And then we're going to start heating up the petroleum. Yeah, this is all working now. We're boiling the salt water slowly. So that's certainly helping with our water output. The more water we get, the more comfortably we can look after our dupes. And the more comfortably we can get our sour gas boilers running eventually when we do all of that. But for now, the aim is just going to be to produce the petroleum and probably set up rockets today. I have a pretty good rocket layout from my previous game, and I'm probably just going to reuse that, so you'll get to see me do that again. Yeah. Is there anything else to do in the meantime while we're just waiting for this thing to erupt? Wow, have they really built all of that wire already? These guys are really fast. I suppose it helps that they've stored a lot of lead up here. I guess you could say they've really got the lead out. What's going on with the plants? They're too hot. Okay, so things are actually too hot in the base now. Well, this thing is working, isn't it? So send green signal below 30. Hydrogen's coming in here at 17.3. Maybe I need to increase this to 20. We'll decrease it further to 20. Let's do that. I'll set that one to do the same thing. There's not a lot of oxygen pressure down here, but that's because our bombs are... Well, that's because we weren't getting enough water to them. So they're slowly filling back up. Yeah, this thing's going to erupt in 45 seconds. I'm hoping eventually the steam pressure will go down. It feels like a lot of the time it is working, but then some of the time it isn't. Really dumping the packets of liquid in is kind of pushing the steam around. Also, we've got some random water here in a bottle that's going to melt eventually. I hope. Anyways, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so how much igneous rock do we have? We have 9 tons in here, so that should be pretty good. So let's reset this and turn this back on in a sec. So the magma is increasing. The viscosity was preventing us from accessing this before. So we turn this back on. In 28-ish seconds, it's gonna send some magma back into here. That should condense without issues, because at the moment we're just building up the heat in this room without transferring it anywhere. So it's going to take it. This material isn't actually going to get dropped off because we're not removing the heat. So this should work just fine. It looks like it didn't actually open. Oh, hold on. I need to pliers this. That's fine. It's not overpressurizing. This should be fine. What's overheating? A lamp. Okay, that's fine. Investigate that later. There we go. So we let in about 1,000, given it was very full. Then that comes in here. That will condenses, and we're good. So I think I can actually set this to a slightly smaller amount. I guess there's no rush. This is idle now. It's finished erupting. It's going to erupt again in 16.6 cycles, and then it's going to go dormant again. So we're getting about 2 eruptions per active period, which is fine. We don't want any more dupes. Oh, there we go. Why is this light getting damaged? Because the room is filled with oil. There's a little blob of natural gas here that's preventing this pressure sensor from coming off. Ooh, that's annoying. Let's try dumping in some more oil. No, I don't think that'll solve the problem. Let's just turn this off for now. So yeah, it was a little too hot in here. Now it's okay. So yeah, room is still getting hot, magma is still getting condensed. So let's start heating up the petroleum. I think this is working fine. So now I can flip this to green signal if above 410. So we'll get this crude oil to all flip over. And then we'll start pumping it up. So this is set to 1,000 at the moment. I think what we'll do is we'll have it go at 1,000 for a little bit. Then we'll up that to 3,000, and then we'll up that to 10,000. Just to try and get it regulating properly. And I'm just going to set this to... I'm just going to set this to 7... I'm going to set this to 500. So we've got a nice thick layer of petroleum at the bottom. Yeah, as far as I can tell, this is actually working. Oh, one thing I should do, one thing I should have done, I should say, is put a temp shift plate here. That was something I forgot to do. I forgot to put temp shift plates here. Forgot to put a temp shift plate here. But this should still work well enough without them. But you definitely do want to put them in. However, I am officially done with messing with this for now, so we'll leave it. Yeah, heatsink is up to about 1,000 degrees. Metal tile is getting very hot. I'm going to need to start pumping the oil in now. Because the last thing I want to do is get this above sour gas temperature, really. And it's kind of getting there. So let's hook this up. Yeah, this is going to turn before we drop any more oil off. Yeah, it does actually seem like it's working. Good. Yeah, this is going to turn to petroleum about now. And we needed some more liquid in there, so let's increase this to 3,000. Okay. Note to self. Don't let this get above 600 degrees. It will melt. That's a reload, isn't it? I mean, this is all... maybe not. Maybe not, because... this is all vacuum in here. We can remove this tile and rebuild the metal tile. Let's set this back to 1,000. Oh, I've been fiddling with the wrong one anyways. Why have I got this one here? It's not actually connected to anything. I think we can still fix this. We've only got 1,000 going through here at the moment, so it shouldn't get too cold. I really hope someone comes here to do this quickly. Yeah, the issue is that aluminium is touching the door, so that's going to get hot. It's not conducting any heat through here, but it is when it's flashing over to a liquid. So it is actually still working at the moment to heat this, but we obviously don't want a random blob of aluminum just floating around in here. Oh, blimey. Well, we'll let the petroleum start building up in here. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Why do I have magma in here? That's not magma, that's copper. How did copper end up getting in here? Okay, look. Wait, just a damn moment. We're gonna have to reload this. Oh. So the heatsink has been getting too hot. I shouldn't have built anything out of copper in there. I don't think I did. Let's go check. Yeah, fish are getting hot too. Should do a water change tonight. Right. We're back here. This stuff's all getting built. I don't think I quite got far enough with all of this, so let's cancel all of this again. Oh, I have to rebuild all this wire. Okay. Let's rebuild all of this again quickly. I just need to get this thing working. There we go. So I just need to fiddle with this a little bit. You guys are actually building this very quickly, so I'm not going to bother yellow alerting this. There you go. And we need a Wrangler Draco. There you go. Right, let's save it and have a look at this. Because I'm not sure why there is copper in there. There should not be any copper in there. I made the conveyor bridges out of copper. Now, if I'm very careful, I can do this. Because I think all I need to do is deconstruct this, then replace those copper conveyor rail bridges. I'm going to open this and I'm going to drain this heat off into here. I'm going to turn the auto sweeper off. We're going to let this room just fill up. That was the one thing I forgot to make out of steel. I don't think this should break it. Also, we have a little bit of time before this volcano erupts, so we might actually be okay. Provided the copper doesn't just drop in here. That wouldn't be very cash money. But again, in a worst case, I can actually remove the tungsten. Get in here. Where is the uranium gone? It was here. I think if we I think this is what I feared. If I load the game while the uranium isn't in place, it just forgets it exists. Which is not what we need. Oh my god. Well, at least the copper is ending up here. So I need to rebuild this out of steel. The aim was that I fill this with steam indefinitely. I can actually get in here and re-add it if need be, but that's going to be annoying as heck. Oh, and we've got copper in here as well. Okay, we are going to need to come in here and do a sweep and just general stuff. So I think if we do this, we can actually get into the room. This is annoying, because when we were dropping the salt water in here, and that was evaporating and the salt was melting, that was occasionally tricking this into working. Maybe that is actually how we get this to work. Is instead of dumping this coolant steam in here, we just snake it all around here and drop it off and have the salt melt. But that won't work, because this will have to always be hot enough. I think we just leave it at non-infinite storage. I tried. It didn't quite work. This can all be metal. But we do need to get in here and get rid of this copper. So how do I actually do that? I think I need to get in here like this. But then all of that igneous rock drops off, so we can't do that. I think we do need to get in there. I think we just need to temporarily build a ladder in here out of obsidian. Man, that's annoying. Oh, of course, there's steam in here. That's not going to work. So we can't actually fiddle with this room, can we? Let's reload it one more time. Did I just reload the wrong thing? No, I reloaded the right thing. Okay. Apologies for this rocky start. The problem is, I let this run in sandbox mode, and it worked. But I didn't test reloading it, because I didn't think that would break anything. I think the uranium is literally disappearing because we're reloading it. I am not very satisfied with that. But I don't really want to spend too much more time thinking about this, so we're just going to get the copper out of here, and then we're going to get this working. It drops off in there. There's no way I can get you to sweep this, is there? I think we just leave the copper in there and don't let this get over 1,000. I think that can work. Let's try it. It's a shame, because if this thing actually... If the uranium didn't delete on reloading, this would have worked. But I'm not investing any more time into this, so we're just going to replace that and be done. Why are you fleeing? Who's coming to build these? Neo and Harold. Okay. Well, if nothing else, the steam will add a little bit of extra mass, but functionally we could have just made this one big block of tungsten. Or even just a small bit of tungsten. Right, there we go. And then we just need to rebuild this. So that is annoying. This will melt if this gets above 1000 degrees. So let's just turn this on. We'll get this to heat up, and then we'll start pumping in the oil. So I'll save it and we'll get it to start. Someone will get here to build this tile. We got 47 seconds. Actually, that's less time than I thought it was. Who's doing this? Okay, let's actually disconnect this again. At this point, I just need it to work. I don't need it to be perfect. Okay, I think we may have actually been okay. Who's going to build this? Rowan. Okay. Right. I think this is going to be okay. But yeah, if we're not going to put an infinite storage on this, then we should have just literally put a liquid pipe going through here instead of a gas pipe and have this be a liquid vent. Right, I can reconnect this now. And we can get this running. So let's turn this on at... Let's turn it on at 5,000. Well, we'll turn it on at 1,000 and have them increase it to 5,000 right away. I'm just annoyed I built something out of copper in here. I should have remembered that. I'm just going to set this to 10,000 right away. Oh, I need to turn this door on. Yes, that would help. Stinky is doing that. Why is Stinky doing that when he's all the way up there? Turn this off as well. I have a wart seed, I'll take that. Thank you. Even more incentive not to reload. Right, we're dumping in a little bit of oil. This is still heating up. Let's set this to 3,000 after all. I do actually want this to boil. I think what I'm going to do as well is I'm going to extend this vacuum chamber over here. We're going to put it underneath the whole thing in that case, if we decide to come back and rebuild this, we can. Because I think what I would do is I would just change it so that this, instead of a gas pipe, we just have the liquid pipe go through here with the superheated steam and have it evaporate here. Although then, actually, the problem with that is all the salt ends up in here. We can't get the salt out, and that ends up melting. That's why we stopped doing that. I think it's wise just to put this here anyways. So, we're still dumping 1,000 in there. Did anyone reach this? Oh, people have already set it to 3,000. Okay, that's fine. This is getting up to the right temperature. This is gonna overheat. This is gonna melt at 660. But the 3,000 should be there soon, so that should help. The aluminium works well for conductivity, but it does melt. Okay, now we've got the 3,000 going in there. We're okay. Wait, why am I building this out of ceramic? I don't want this out of ceramic. Oh, it's temporary anyways. Whatever. So, and that's what a ceramic tile looks like. Interesting. In this mod. Okay, well this is going to flash pretty soon. This is getting too hot. I need to keep sucking more heat out of it. Let's set this to 10,000. Okay, I think what I need to do is I need to stop letting new magma in. Ah, it's already melted. I don't think we necessarily need to reload this. But I will need to come in here and fix this once it's cooled down. If we stop dumping magma in there, it will eventually cool down again to a reasonable temperature. Yeah, this airlock is getting to 850 degrees. The automation wire is steel. But the petroleum is coming down and it is cold. So we are boiling petroleum. We've still got 3,000 going in there at the moment. Travaldo is coming to fix that. This whole thing turned out to be a little bit more fragile than I thought it would be. The funny thing is, it is still working like this, even with the aluminium tile just liquefying every now and then. But I mean, we are slowly letting the heat out of this. This is now doing the full 10 kilograms per second, so the heat should drain from this a lot faster. Then we should be, once this gets below aluminium melting temperature, we should be able to get in here, open this up, rebuild it. Once the heat exchanger is working, this should be able to regulate itself a bit better. Yeah, eventually this is just going to stop dumping steam in here. This is a vacuum, so we can just remove the insulated tile. That does not need to be yellow there. Make that out of igneous rock.
There we go.
Hey Max, you're right. How you doing? You've caught us at a bit of a moment. The petroleum boiler is technically working, but the thermal element is kind of melting. It was working. We've dumped a bit too much oil in here, so let's adjust this rate again. We're trying to get it. We're trying to get it just right, and it's it's kind of melting on us. We also had a problem with this design with the liquid uranium blocking this. It did work in sandbox mode. I ran it for like 10 cycles in sandbox mode, and it was fine. But it, when you reload the game, occasionally it just flat out disappears. And that's what happens. So we're just not going to dump an infinite amount of steam in here. We're just going to have a small amount of steam in here. Which you don't really need, but it is what it is. It's alright, Leofar, you didn't really miss very much. But we do need to get in here and fix this. So we're kind of waiting for the door to cool down a little bit more. The oil isn't quite conducting enough heat as well. So I'm thinking maybe I need to put a temp shift plate on this. So we're going to have to do some emergency repairs on this. I'm going to try and not reload it, because I've reloaded a lot. And I don't really want to admit defeat, as it were. But, it's been a little bit rough. So let's actually just flip this. Just open the door. We'll just dump the aluminium in here. And then we're not dumping any more magma in here. We need to actually stop this oil now. Let's cut it off. This hasn't quite worked. It's a little bit fragile at startup. So we'll just let the rest of the oil drop in there. We've got a nice pool of petroleum building up, so that's good, but yeah, we're gonna have a few issues. So if I remove these tiles, this is all vacuum in here. So we should be able to get in here, sweep the hot aluminum, put some regular aluminum back in, and then that will work. And then we'll just need to connect the heat up again. But I need to actually put a temperature plate in here. So what I'll do as well is I'll temporarily block this off with a tile. Oh, that won't work. I'm gonna get a temperature plate in here while all this oil is still in here. Oh my god. Oh, and people can't get in here at the moment because we sealed this up, obviously. So, how are we even going to get back in here? I really don't want to reload this. Maybe we just activate this. We're going to stop pumping in the oil. We're just going to pump out all the liquids. For now, let's send this to a load of liquid reservoirs. Because there's not too much petroleum here. So, I'm going to try and damage control this. Where do I want to put these liquid reservoirs? It probably makes sense to put them up here, actually. So let's do that. Let's deconstruct all of the ladders. At least the petroleum will be cold. It's fairly cold. But yeah, we'll just let... Yeah, we've let the heat out of here. So we can break in here and grab the aluminium in a minute. Is everyone coming down to grab this stuff? They are. That's good. We'll keep extending this vacuum chamber because there's probably a little bit of work I'm going to want to do on this. And I want to at least have the option of coming in here and modifying this room. Overheated power transformer, that's fine. We're slowly replacing all our power transformers with gold. So I'll remember to do that. We got a wart seed from the printing pod, so we now actually have all 5 Weezwarts, so I don't really want to reload if I can help it. At this point, I just want to get this working. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be functional. So we'll put these all in. We'll just fill these up with petroleum, and then we'll start sending stuff off. Let's see. Yeah, so we can put another 3 here, and then we can just hook them all up. It's not too bad. Then, in terms of the petroleum pipe, I think we'll just send that all the way around here. So that can go up here. Around. I'll just send this up here for now. And then that comes out of the green. We need to send it to the white. So we'll just bridge this here. And then we'll just do the usual sort of thing here. There we go. Oh, that's gonna go over here actually. There we go. We'll just chain these all up so we can store some petroleum in here for a while. Yeah, how are you guys all doing? How are you doing, Max? You're up to like 55 dupes now or something, aren't you? That's crazy. And you think you're gonna suffocate before you starve? It sounds about right, I think. Definitely seems like excess food is easier to get than excess oxygen. Okay, this is overheating now because we made it out of gold. That probably wasn't the smartest plan in the world. We should have made that out of steel, just in case. But we'll be okay, we'll make this work. This is my second petroleum boiler ever, so I'm not surprised there's some mistakes. Did dump a little too much oil in here. But we can build some more of these as well. This will be a fun little addition. I was hoping we would get this up and running today and we wouldn't have to worry about it. So I guess the aim is now just to get the petroleum boiler working, and then hopefully have some time for rockets. We've got lots of people working on this though, so we should be able to get it built fairly quickly. Max went out to eat. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, how many sixes have we got now? We've got a few running around over here. I'm kind of waiting for the molten eggs to hatch, and then we'll start replacing them in this ranch over here. But until then, we're fine. We'll just leave this room as it is. Yeah, at least as well, we are actually boiling some of this salt water. Though the only issue is the steam turbine is actually backed up here because we're overproducing water at the moment. Yeah, none of the oil is venting anywhere. I guess it's fine for now. Yeah, I guess it's just cooling this excessively. This room is going to fill up with steam again. That's okay. I think we finished that conveyor line, so let's remove this conveyor chute and dump all of the salt in the industrial sauna. Seems good. And then we can keep expanding this sort of vacuum chamber. I'm making sure not to dump more magma in here because we accidentally dropped some copper in here, and that's going to melt at like 1,100. I think we definitely need to remove this. And if we're getting into this room anyways, and like dropping the steam off, I think we're going to have to eventually... we could set this up to just run with the liquids. I don't know. I'm just going to leave it. Hopefully it won't get above 1,000. It's kind of breaking my brain now, and I need to move on to other things. So we'll just get it working, and then we'll just leave it, and know that all of our other petroleum boilers will be better than this. Because we won't be using a volcano. Now everyone is hungry. Although we do have multiple schedules, so that's fine. This is still overheating, but it's not going to be too bad. Why isn't this pumping? Disabled by automation grid. Then green signal if... Okay, just send a green signal, please. Thanks. I just need you to pump. So we've got a little bit of petroleum in here. Once this is all drained out, we'll open this up again. I'll leave the ladder here so we can go through here again if need be. Yeah, this is at a reasonable temperature now. Steam turbine's working again, that's good. And keep expanding this. I'm just annoyed about the liquid uranium trick. Or the liquid metal trick on the vent. Because with how we've got it here, it does delete between cycles. And I tried looking at my other liquid locks and how they were working. But I couldn't replicate that behavior with the liquid metal. The liquid metal just fundamentally behaves differently from the other things. And it needs to be liquid metal because it needs to be liquid in that temperature range of like 300-ish to like 1400. Yeah, petroleum. That can start going in here. And then eventually we'll pump this out to a rocket. But for now, we just need to empty the room. It should be fairly quick. In the meantime, what else is going on? So we've extended the solar panels over here. I guess Catalina is working on it at the moment. I need to make the transit tube network a bit more rigorous over here as well. Like I'll have an exit here, and then this is going to be the part that I dedicate to rockets. So that's the plan. We've got about 10 kilowatts worth of solar, worth of peak solar. So there should be enough power for a lot of things. But yeah, we have pretty much stripped the whole map. So let's see. The only bits we've left are this little bit over here because we're still using this polluted water. And then we've got some obsidian lumps over here and then the whole magma biome, which we're not really touching. Because these are all super hot. So I don't want to touch them. For obvious reasons. The reload. There we go. But yeah, we'll see. I think what the plan will be is we'll get in here and repair this. And we'll try and just run this without this going over 1,000 degrees. What I could even do is I could put a thermosensor in here, because it's empty, that detects whether it's 1,000 degrees with the steam. And then we could get it to turn off. We can get it to turn off the magma chute, if that's the case. So that's another reason for breaking in here and fixing this. And it's also a reason just to have the steam here, so that we can actually put some buildings in here. Yeah, that seems reasonable. What's flooded? Oh my god. Okay, look. I was not paying attention to this. Just turn this off. It's because our oil pool is backing up, because this vent is overpressure now. But yeah, we'll go back and have a look at that in a minute, because once this is actually running, that's not going to be an issue. We did produce a lot of oil, perhaps slightly more than necessary. Anyways, we can break in here now. So let's do that and fix some of this stuff. Well, at least try and fix it. What might even be worth doing is setting this thermosensor to go off at like sort of 600-ish. So that this thing doesn't melt. That's probably actually the constraint on this. Yeah. So we'll break into here. We'll release the steam. That should all condense. Obviously, we'll fix this first. And we'll seal this off again. So maybe what I could actually do is put a little liquid lock here or something. Or I could just seal this. Yeah, maybe I'll just put like a mechanized airlock in here. Some of this stuff will probably overheat, but that'll be fine. Yeah, we need to grab the aluminium. That needs to go somewhere. Then deconstruct this. We're almost done vacuuming this whole thing out. Oh, but yeah, man, I'm zapped because work, there was a lot of stuff to do at work today. A lot of jobs came in, a lot of people returned to the office, so I'm pretty zapped from that. So apologies if I'm making a few mistakes. But I'm very determined just to get this done today. Right, so we can let the steam out into here while we break into here and fix all of this. Without it getting in here. But first of all, let's rebuild this. We want that to be aluminium. And then we can seal this back up. Let's just make this pump out of steel. It's still overheating. So yeah. To be honest, I have so much steel, I should just be building hot temperature things like this out of steel just as a contingency. I have 40 tons of it now. So I shouldn't really be worried about that. I just need to get it to work. Yeah, no more reloads. We're moving forward. Yeah, I think I'll just build the insulated up to here. This is all still a vacuum. But I think the heat exchanging part is working okay on the petroleum boiler. We just need this to not get too hot. So now comes the tricky part where we have to break in. So we made a lot of this stuff out of steel, which is good. There's not too much steam in here, but we're going to want to sweep all of this. We're going to want to rebuild this eventually. And we can rebuild these as well. Yeah, and we'll just have to be careful about turning this on. I'm kind of tempted to even just lock someone in here with the valve so they can adjust the valve whenever we need to, just for this initial bit. Okay, so we've got a much larger vacuum. So what we need to do is we need to put a thermosensor in so that we can connect it to the door. Probably a little bit more automation stuff as well. So this will need to be steel. And what we need it to be is we need this one We need to have it work with this one as well. So we can probably do this with an AND gate pretty easily. So let's see. If this one is set to above 410, then the door opens. Or if this one is set to above 600, then this door opens. Maybe an OR gate is what we need. Let's have a look. Well, maybe not an OR gate. Let's get all this stuff quickly built, and then I'll figure out the automation. We'll get this room finished off again, and then we'll seal this back up, and then we'll let the steam out of here, get rid of the copper, and figure this out. We could probably do this with an AND gate. So if this is... I'm just trying to figure out how it works. Exactly, one of its inputs is green. Maybe that's what we need. Because we can't have it be both. Basically, sorry, I'm my brain's kind of breaking on this. So we want this door to open if this is above 410, or if this is above 600. That's what we want. And it can be both. But it has to be at least one. Oh, I know what I could do. I could do an AND gate and then a NOT gate. Like set this to below 410. And then set this to below that. Yeah. But we'll get in there. We'll get this finished, and then we can crack this room open and build it. See what happens. Right. So that's been built now. Let's sweep the gold out of here. Actually, no, we don't. Yeah, let's sweep the gold out of here. We've got the petroleum in here, still a little bit over here. Let's sweep this up. We've got some petroleum down here that hasn't broken the vacuum. Not really sure quite how that got over there, but that's fine. Okay, we grabbed all of that. Let's drop off all of this petroleum upstairs somewhere. Oh man, maybe my brain isn't quite in this state for this game tonight. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, so this OR gate is at least one of. So I think we probably just do it with an OR gate. So yeah, because I thought it was exclusively OR, but yeah, that's the OR gate. That's what that does. So let's build this out of steel. Then what we can do is I need this. I'm putting this into steam because this detects the temperature of the heatsink. because what I want to do is I want to make sure that if the heatsink is above the temperature at which the aluminium melts, that it disconnects. Or whatever temperature I want it to be. Because we had a problem, because this is made of aluminium and this is made of tungsten, this was melting while we were trying to get this set up. So what I could do is I could just do this. That would work. Obviously this would reconnect it for now, but that's fine because we want to heat this oil up a little bit. Yeah, I think the OR gate just works. I haven't. That's fine. I forgot it was at least one of, so that should work. But yeah, thanks for that. So we'll need to get into here and do that. This aluminium is obviously going to heat up again, but all that heat is going to end up going into the oil, so that's fine. This is below the melting temperature now, so I'm not worried about this. And then people could start grabbing all of this stuff. Thank you very much, Marie. Cool beans. I guess you don't need to grab all of the aluminium, but that's fine. Maybe we can cancel this. So then if we're going to open this up, it's probably most effective just to open up this bit here and ladder in. I think it's probably the least complicated way of doing it. Right, it's cycle 507. So let's save it. There we go. And now we'll break into the steam room. I'll need to disconnect the steam pipe while I'm doing this. I've ended up with a lot of steam in here. That's fine. Yeah, this is now over pressure. So we'll want to deconstruct these so that we can get to all of this stuff. And that will leave a vacuum here, which is very important. Then we can build ladders. Go up. The steam is going to condense and run down here. But we should be able to sweep it all up. Yeah, grab that. Oh, there's still little bits floating down here. Oh, because this is cooking now. Right, okay. Okay, hold on. Look. Do not go through here. Oh, that's annoying. Whatever, we'll just be quick. We'll just be quick and hopefully this will work. This is why we saved. Suppose it did need to cook all of that oil eventually. I am a little bit worried about the steam coming out of here and then breaking this vacuum seal. But people can come in here and build this ladder. So let's see what happens. Okay, you're building this now. We are going to have to release the steam. It's all condensing pretty quickly though. It's going to end up filling this a little bit, which may still be fine. Yeah, that's not too bad. And then we need to grab this. Can we reach this? You think I'll make naphtha? These pumps are definitely breaking. They are getting a little hot. That's fine. I think that's fine anyways. This vent I should have made out of steel. I forgot to do that. Something melted. Lead. Oh yeah, we made all this wire out of lead. Okay. Let's remake this all out of steel. At least we disconnected the steam pipe. Yeah, this whole room is going to get above... This whole room is going to get to the 450. Hmm. Okay. Let's deconstruct these. This was not going to be clean. This is just something I forgot to do. So let's set this to... or above 650. Yeah, and then you just need to build this. It'll be fine, it'll be fine. Who's coming to do this? Nisbet is on her way. I guess she's gonna go grab more steel. Let's grab all this. Yeah, there you go. Nisbet's got the goods. So we should be able to see this up again afterwards. And then start pumping steam in here again. This steam is condensing, but it's gonna get right back up to temperature again. Right, this is done. So now we just need to seal this off. Hopefully without any more unforeseen consequences. We do have petroleum in here now. Got a little bit of crude oil, which we'll probably need to sweep. But obviously I can't open this door because we'll let all the steam in. It's a petroleum boiler. So someone needs to come build this right away. And I'm going to shut my blind, because it is getting dark. But the summer really is coming to an end. It's almost dark and it's like 8:30. It's sad. I guess Nisbet is doing this now. We will get this fixed. We will get this working. That is unreachable, so we'll have to break this as well to get over here, I think. Let's see. What we got in the pod? I'll take some Sweetles. I don't want any more dupes. I think that was a good construction dupe. But, yeah, I'm not really interested in hiring at the moment. Yeah, we just need the copper out of there so that this will do okay. Actually, I suppose the copper doesn't even matter anymore, because we're not gonna... No, it does matter, because this is still gonna get above 660. This just isn't. Because we want to store all the heat from this in here. So we do need to grab that. So let's empty these as well, refill them. And then we'll need to condense all this steam somehow. We'll need to do that once this room is shut. But we've still dumped a lot of heat into here, so that's good. No, Lindsay, we need you to grab the copper. We're actually loading this with more rock again. Let's turn this off. We don't want to do that. Wait, why did you just dump the hot rock there? Oh my god. We'll be fine. I don't think we will be fine. I think we need to grab that rock. I forgot this was on. Unfortunately, I need people to actually sweep stuff. And people have historically been pretty bad at sweeping stuff. This is going to start overheating if I don't grab this. Yeah, it's definitely going to overheat. Stop filling it with random stuff. Thank you. Okay, there we go. It's just 80 kilograms of extremely hot rock. Okay, we grabbed the copper as well. I don't need to grab any of this stuff because it's not going to melt. So we'll just refill this now. And that should be fine. Then this will be sealed, and then we can start filling this up with steam again. We can just condense all of this. And I think the quickest way to do that would just be to put an ice temp shift plate in. We do have ice. So let's do that. Obviously these need to be built first. It's a race between Ellie and Ren, although I imagine the the metal tiles will get built before the temp shift plate will, because temp shift plates take absolutely ages to build. Hello, fishies. Yeah, there we go. Ellie is very happy. I'm glad Ellie is happy about all of this. That makes it all worthwhile. Yeah, this is definitely reinforcing to me that this game is in fact difficult. Especially when you're doing stuff that you haven't done before. Yeah, there's Ren. Ren is Ren is helping. And then we can rebuild this. I can hook this up again now. Shouldn't have any issues. We'll start dumping all that steam back in here. That is going through the gas valve. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, I think you need to build the insulated tile first. Well, I'm sure we'll be fine. Yeah, at the end of the day, I'm playing this game because it's difficult, not because it's easy. I don't mind failing. Although our vacuum seal did break. Really, that wasn't quite enough to actually absorb all of that heat. I could put another one in. To be honest, this is actually forming a vacuum seal, so that's not too bad, I suppose. The problem is we've got petroleum exchanging temperature over here as well. I'll just put another one over here. This steam is starting to condense out. We've left a little bit of tungsten in here, which is unfortunate, but livable. So now we need to flip this over to above. Okay. So we need to condense all this steam, and then we need to get back in here. And then we need to sweep up the crude oil, because that's not going to flash. And then we'll start pumping in liquid again. But yeah, if this all vacuums out, we just end up with a load of water down here. I'm perfectly fine with that. Okay, you just dropped the ice. Well, that may functionally do the same thing, but it's probably not going to heat up quick enough. It seems like all this steam is evening out over here. Because what's happening is we're getting little blobs of steam that are coming down here. And then they're interfacing with the water. And then it's condensing, I think. Although the amount of water doesn't seem to be going up, so maybe not. Who's actually doing this then? And what's probably worth me doing is instead of having the mini gas pumps in here, we just have a regular gas pump. We just make it out of steel. So I can just go there. Just send it like this. Deconstruct all of that stuff. We had the mini gas pumps in here just while we were doing the initial vacuum, but as long as we don't break the vacuum here, that shouldn't be an issue. There we go. That should help. Yeah, we'll start venting out the steam as well directly. Let's sweep this petroleum up. We still have a lot of hot debris in here, but that's slowly losing its heat. I probably need to sweep all of this up as well. Let's just sweep everything in here after all. We've got the bins. People are filling them. At least the volcanoes don't erupt too frequently, so you can just store a little bit of magma like this and process it. Yeah, it looks like we are getting condensation over here now. So that's good. Probably won't need to build another temp shift plate. This room is slowly filling back up again. Got something else that's overheating. That's fine. That doesn't do that too often. I think I removed something over here and forgot about it. Yeah, I removed the transformer over here and forgot about it. So let's rebuild this out of gold. There we go. I think the steam is mostly on its way out. Yeah, I think sweeping up all of that hot solid was the last thing to do, really, because that was keeping this steam up here. There's still actually heat circulating in from over here. Let's see. Yeah, because this hot rock is going through here, interfacing very slightly with the steam, and going away. I'll just start sweeping this all up as well. It should help. Doesn't look like this is gonna break. Yeah, we should be able to pump the rest of this out of here. We do need all of this gas to be gone. Thankfully, we have a lot of dupes to do this. So what I'm going to actually do temporarily to help is I'm just going to disconnect that. That did not help. Yeah. That did not help. Problem is, that's going to keep it hot, so we are going to have to keep re-vacuuming it. We have 0 micrograms of steam here at absolute 0. That sounds like intended behavior. Yeah, if we open this door while there's still steam in here, it's just not going to help us. We just need to wait. Okay. Well, while we're waiting for this, because we're definitely not reloading at this point. We can take the petroleum. We can have it come out over here. And I'm just going to send this all the way... Actually, we're going to want 2 different pipes, aren't we? We're going to want one to fill a rocket, and we're going to want one to fill plastic presses over here. So we have the exits here. So let's start building some stuff related to this. So I guess we'll just do that so people can get up there. Oh no, people can get in here anyway, so it's not a problem. Ignore that. So we can have liquid pipes going into here. That's the wrong tile. Here we go. So that can just be 1 petroleum pipe. Then where are we going to send this? Probably it's down here. We do have Drecos. We have Drecos that have been producing all of our plastic for a while. We've got like 67 tons of plastic. So that's not an issue. But if we have petroleum, I had some space in here for some polymer presses, so I just thought I'd do it anyways. Just get a little bit more plastic. I'm umming and ahhing about the goal of this base, because I'll do my command where this goes to a video where I explain what my goal is. But we have 35 oil wells, and I found a way to use all of them. And you can either get a load of excess water for feeding dupes, and then you could have up to 400 dupes on this map. Or you could have excess petroleum, then you can just have an absolute ton of plastic to do stuff with. I'm kind of starting to wonder whether I should do the latter and just try and plastic tile the whole planet, which would be pretty fun. It might be a bit easier for my computer to handle. Also, I should be on pause while I'm doing this. But yeah, actually, let's disconnect this here. We'll get this to go like that. Someone infinitely stores the petroleum, that's their goal. Yeah, that's also something you could do. Let's make a load of plastic temperature plates. I don't know. It definitely seems like a more computer-friendly goal. But we'll see. But either way, at least we could start making some extra plastic. But what we'll also want this pipe to do is fuel the rockets, so... Actually, yeah, let's send this back up here, because we want the rocket pipe to go all the way over here. That is in slightly the wrong spot. So this can go here. Then flip it over. Do I just run it at this level? I'll bring it up one level slightly. Oh, I got the reload. Is it gonna freak out? I hate it when it makes that noise, because it makes me think I've drawn a pipe somewhere. I've had cases where it's absolutely wrecked the map, because once I had it with the pliers mod open when it was doing the daily save, and it actually plied the whole map. Like every pipe, every conveyor, every wire, everything was plied on like the whole map. So that was a reload. But yeah, I think this is where we'll just send the petroleum pipe. We'll just send it all the way up here. It's not going to be hot. It's not going to be too hot anyways. And then this is where we'll put our rockets. That seems good. Francis John's America's Dream. You know, I think I've actually seen that video. That was a while ago. But yeah, the water here won't interface with this steam, so this should go away pretty soon. Let's get rid of this igneous rock as well, that will help. Yeah, there we go. Oh, but yes. We're slowly ironing out all the problems with this setup. And I'm kind of glad, even though we're not infinitely storing steam in here anymore, I'm kind of glad we found a use for having steam in here, because it lets us put a thermosensor on this metal tile. And I kind of like how it looks, even if it's not very practical. But whatever. This is my second petroleum boiler, so... I think it's definitely better than my first. Or at least it will be when it works. Yeah, that steam's going to take a while. Is the pressure actually going down? How much are we actually getting out of the pipe? We are getting milligrams out of the pump, so that's not too bad. Yeah, in the meantime, we can build all of that. And at the same time, we've got this extra steam pipe that's going to have 100 grams per second of steam going through it. So that will be a cold pipe, and we can run that going exactly the same way. So I'll rationalize this all another time, maybe. But I can just go up here. Actually, you know what? Instead of doing that, let's just have it go up here. That makes more sense. And that's the steam that we'll use for our steam rocket, because that's going to keep getting dumped in there infinitely. We're going to have one steam rocket, and we're going to have one petroleum rocket. That is the plan. We'll need to dump this excess steam somewhere as well. Because we can't have the loop back up, otherwise the steam will condense. But we'll figure that out later. What I'm actually thinking of doing is having that steam feed back into the saunas. Or have it feed back... No, not feed back into the saunas. Have it feed back into the cool steam vent here with this one. So we'll connect this steam pipe somewhere as well. I suppose we could plan that out now. So that would go over here. There are a lot of pipes. Good grief. Yeah, I'll send this around here for now. It's not going to matter what temperature this is. So we can just send this through here without any issues. Send that back down there. And go up here. And then we can just connect that all the way over here. So what this will do is it will dump the steam where we're turning it into water. And I don't really want to dump it like back in here or something. I want to dump it in here because this is a cool steam vent where we already have a vent and we're heating it externally. So yeah, that should be fine. This says it's overheated, but it's not actually getting hot long enough to damage itself, so I'm not worried about that. Yeah, this is at the... Yeah. I'm just waiting for the steam. Okay, we're down to micrograms of steam. That's good. That's very good. What I should have done is I should have put some temperature plates in here, but I think this still works fine without them. We are grabbing all the salt at least, so that's good. Oh, we're so very close. But yeah, we'll get the petroleum boiler working, and then we'll get the rockets working, and we're going to put the rockets over here. So I think that's going to be the edge of the solar panels. So I think what I'll actually do is I'll actually send this down here. We'll put a transit tube access here as well. I guess for now I'll make this a mesh tile. And then power-wise, this is so far out, I'm just gonna... I know it's supposed to be putting consumers on consumer lines and producers on producer lines. I'm just gonna plug this in here. I don't think it's gonna cause any issues. I mean, the one thing that would cause an issue is someone trying to get back during night when there's no solar and then it's running out of juice. It's a fairly minor issue, so I'm willing to put up with it. And then, yeah, we can have access to rockets over there. I probably also want to extend the one going along the base of the map. Because at the moment, people are just going to be running along here for a while. So let's extend this one out this way. I don't really know exactly what I'm doing with this one, to be honest. Put this in kind of a weird place. Yeah, good thing we have so much plastic. Yeah, I think for now I'll have this terminate in the same sort of place as here. Maybe I'll even just do this. Have one up the top and one down the bottom. Yeah, there we go. And then I know I've got this whole zone here to work with for rockets, which should be plenty of space. So yeah, that's going to keep you guys busy for a while. Good luck, Nails. I believe in you. You can do all this. In the meantime, you guys are actually all getting on with the pipe, so that's good. I have realized a slight problem. It is too cold down here for molten slicksters, so they're going to die fairly quickly. Yeah, there's a lot of tasks. Wait, slicksters could use ladders? How does that work? That's hilarious. I love it. Oh yeah, they can stand on top of a ladder. I think we're gonna have to put the molten slickster eggs somewhere hot. So what I'm thinking, how many of those eggs do we actually have? Let's just check. Because it might be easier just to kill all of these slicksters, move the eggs back in here, and then at least they'll be warm enough. I did not fully consider that. Got 5 eggs. We've got a couple of slicksters down here. I mean, you're technically drowning, but you're not really drowning. I think we had a batch of them down here that died. So I think what we do is I temporarily... What's this? The gas vent. I need like a conveyor chute in here, and then we can just drop the eggs in here quickly. Why is there salt on the floor? Where? I have no idea. I have no idea why everything's on the floor. Well, I do, because I dug out the whole map. Yeah, we're almost done with the steam. Yeah, I think what I need to do is I need to eat these guys, and I need to drop all of the molten slickster eggs in here manually. So, molten lava egg, allow manual use. Set that to 1. Get these built. And then I think we just attack these guys because we have other slicksters, and we just keep the eggs in here. And then we'll be able to breed these guys, because it is hot enough in here for them, and It shouldn't ever not be hot enough between the carbon dioxide vent and the cobalt volcano. There isn't any heat exchange going on with the rest of the map. So let's just make sure they actually build these quickly. Actually, that shouldn't be steel. That should be cobalt. There you go. So now we can load this. The steam is slowly deleting itself. And then what we can do as well is we can actually sweep all of this oil. And then we can have it just be petroleum in here. And then I don't know what the heck I was doing with this pipe. I mean, that was presumably going to the oil tank, but instead of doing that, we would actually just have this go down to the petroleum. So that would actually go like this. That would not be a yellow alert, though. And we would send that around like this. And then we just plug that in here. That should be fine. A ranching pip. You mean a pip that ranches critters for you? That would be amusing. And yeah, a way to ranch without dupes. It sounds like it'd be quite it sounds like it could help out. Yeah, probably would be more lag. Yeah, we do need someone to build this. I guess it's this one now. So that is Meep, and Meep is right here. That's good. Cool. Yeah, feel free to grab the meat. Where'd all the meat go? We lost a load of calories. I presume there was a load of meat that we didn't end up cooking. Let's just check that the freezers haven't broken. No, these ones haven't. No, we did kill off a lot of critters and have a load of meat, but I think they, it just rotted away up here. It didn't get cooked in time. Thankfully, we now automatically move the polluted dirt away, so that doesn't cause more problems with that. We still have 3 million calories. I'm not really concerned. Right, let's set this to priority 9 now. Actually, let's set it to yellow alert. We do need the eggs in here. There we go. Oh yeah, like, I haven't tried puff ranching seriously yet because of having 2 species of critters in a ranch. Having a ranching pip as well would be very complicated. I guess this pipe here used to be going to the oil tank, but I guess we no longer need it at all, so yeah, we can remove that one. It's good, because I kind of had it just weave around randomly, because that was built a while ago. So we can just do this. And then the remaining pipes won't make a lot of sense, but we can send another pipe up this way if we want. There we go. Okay. So that's all the molten lava eggs in there now. So that is done. Yeah, we've got 5 molten lava eggs. Eat. So then we can just hook this back up. Remove that. Set us back to eggs. But we'll do that once these have all hatched. Right, we've got a vacuum in here again, which means we can go in here again. Very good. And it looks like all the material dumped out of here, so that's fine. So now we need to go up here, sweep all of the stuff out there. Yeah, we might as well sweep all of this. Well, we can grab that petroleum. Yeah, I think all we need to do now is get rid of the crude oil here, and then we'll be okay. And then we can get this running again. Then it shouldn't melt. This shouldn't melt. And it should actually work? Maybe? I can dream. This is the 3rd stream I've done working on this thing, so I don't really want to spend any more time on it. Considering this is supposed to be a get-you-by job anyways. Who's doing this? I've given you too much stuff to do, haven't I? Let's set all of the tasks I've just given you to priority 8. Because you're just going to be doing everything else first. There you go. I did give you guys a lot of tasks. There you go. That was the wrong button. Ah. I'll take a hatchling. I do like how we just wound up with a load of critters over here again. So hopefully someone will come over here and actually do this now. Yes, Ellie is on her way. There's going to be a bit of petroleum to grab as well, not too much. Hold on. Sweep all the petroleum before it breaks the liquid lock. Uh-oh. Get this all out of here. I'm serious, guys. I don't want any of this in here. And then grab all of this. And all of this. You don't need to mop a vacuum. So, yes, someone's going to need to come in here and do all this. We are dumping petroleum somewhere. Where are we dumping petroleum? We aren't dumping it in there anymore, I don't think. Oh, I think we are. Well, whatever. I'm not really using this room anymore anyways. We can set up another one over here. It's fine. There we go. This is full of steam again. I do just hope someone comes in here and grabs all of this. I would really appreciate it. Actually, you don't need to grab all this igneous rock anymore, that's fine. In the meantime, you're still getting all the pipe done. So let's have a think about this as well. I don't know exactly where these rockets are going to go yet. I imagine what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove these ladders. And then we're going to put rocket platforms and stuff over here. So transit tube access can go here. And power-wise... You know what? I'm gonna be super lazy and do this. I'm gonna be even more lazy and I'm gonna do this. There we go. And then at least that way it's on a consumer line. Right, so it's actually overheated. Is this door? That's fine. Why did I even put a door there? They just straight up shouldn't be a door in there. That's fine. I think you are grabbing all of this stuff slowly. So we shall soon be at the point where we turn this on again. We need to rebuild the valve as well. So liquid valve, steel. Oh, I'm gonna have to root this. That's fine. It did its purpose. I'll move it one tile over. There we go. Yeah, that's all priority 9. That's good. Slowly grabbing all of the water. Well, that wasn't really the critical part of this. Then steel pipe can go there. And then the valve can go here. Slowly grabbing all the petroleum. And then once all the stuff's out of here and I've sealed this off again, I'll save it and then we can try and get it to run again. And I think now that we can turn this off if this gets too hot, is good. Although I've realized a problem with this already. If this gets, let's say this gets to 1400, this just won't ever turn on with this like it is at the moment. It will occasionally exchange heat with this. But there's not really a lot of cooling required on this because we're not really pumping a lot of salt water through here. And this water isn't being consumed as it is anyways. But at least we can tweak this independently of this. And once this is running, this is probably going to consume a lot of heat anyways. Right, we're out of stuff there now, so we can just build this and then test this again. Yeah, this should all be priority 8. There we go. Not too bad. So building the valve, we're going to set this to... Let's set this to 3,000 to start with, I think. Yeah, thank you, Neo. Yeah, so once we built this, I think we're pretty much set. So Abe is going to do this. He's right here. He's very happy. He's got a ranching hat. I'll need to give everyone skills after this. I think what I'm actually going to do is, because we've got so many dupes, and I don't really care what I'm skilling them up in, I'm just going to skill them up off stream. Because there's no point in necessarily showing you guys all of that, because it's going to be like 10 minutes of your life. So now Joshua is going to build that, and he's all the way over there. Doesn't seem super sensible. But we're certainly building lots of stuff. We've got a layer of polluted oxygen over here, but it's actually cold enough all the slimeling has died. What's actually the germ situation? Did we kill the germs? I think we did kill all the germs. I think we... Oh, okay, not all the germs. There's still some polluted oxygen down here hanging out between the chlorine and the thing. But we can solve this by putting some... deodorizers here. Yeah. So let's just put, we just put one there, one there. And then we can do a few more over here. Just put some tiles in for this. How are these ones? Where is this wire going? I can just go there, that's fine. Then that one can go there. So this one down here. This one down here. I think we're actually at the point where we've almost got rid of all the slime lung. And filling them up with chlorine has certainly helped. There's still slime like hair and the carbon dioxide, but eventually we're going to get that all consumed anyways. So that shouldn't be a problem forever. Right, this is sealed off. I think we can save it again. So let's save it and hook everything up again. So, any bets on how long it's going to be before I reload now? Can I hear 5 minutes? Can I hear 1 minute? So I'll set this to send green signal if above 500, I think. I want a nice amount of petroleum down here. Then this is set to 3000. So then we just need to hook this up like this. I need to switch this so that it... Yeah. It's currently above 410, so that's fine. I think I've realized what I should have actually done. And we may actually be able to do this now. What I could do is I could take this thermosensor and hook it up to the auto sweeper instead of this switch. Because then it would stop loading the hot material and heating this up if the heatsink gets too hot. I think that's what we actually are supposed to do with this and not the OR gate. And to be honest, I could put the steel stuff in. It isn't actually too complicated to do this, because there's no gases here. We're not breaking into this room again. So we'll set up the wire. We'll set up the wire as well. Although I've already got oil pumping in here. We'll turn off the oil again. That little bit should boil. That's fine. So yeah, I think we can do this. And then at least we have the option of doing it either way. But I think this is actually what I need to do. So we go up here, we put a bridge here, which should be fine. And then we hook this up. Like this. This is what I get for not sandboxing anything. That one needs to be yellow alert. Because I've queued up too many priority 9 errands now. But it's fun. I don't know, it's kind of fun exploring all this stuff and breaking stuff on stream. But I'm very much looking forward to having something slightly different to work on. And the good part is we can still auto-sweep all this stuff out when this is done. So let's see, this is going to be... So that's still going to be a red signal. So let's disconnect the switch for now. Very fat Zebra Daniel over there. Yeah, we boiled a little bit of oil over there, that's fine. Yeah, you can come and do all of this. We're not exchanging any heat over here. Who is actually coming to do this? Pei is. There's May. And where's Pei? There's Pei. May and Pei, the dream team. Which is funny because one of them is a doctor and one of them is a decorator. Right, and then we need to rebuild this. Let's rebuild that as well. And in terms of time, I've got probably another hour I can stream this for. Because I've got to do some housework as well this evening. But obviously we're going to get this actually working first. Yeah, we're almost there. It's also going to annoy me that I left some igneous rock in here, but that shouldn't cause any issues. Okay, so now let's disconnect this OR gate. This should still work with just this one input here. And then this should shut off the loading of new material if the heatsink gets too hot. So let's set this to say 600. And then no new material will be loaded. Okay, now let's save it. But I like that because we should be able to dump all the magma in here. The magma will conduct some heat. But eventually it'll just be igneous rock. So let's hook this up again. There's still some heat left in this. So we'll just get it to pump for a little bit. And then we'll reconnect this. And get the magma flowing. There it goes. There goes the crude oil. This petroleum in here is hot. As we get more crude oil flowing through here, that should help cool it down a bit. So this heatsink is actually cold at the moment, so we do need to let some more heat in. So let's see. So send green signal. So we want the auto sweeper to turn on if it's below 600. So let's get this hot again with the igneous rock. Okay. Any day now. Yeah, because we've got 14.1 tons of hot rock in here. And then this is set to 450. So that hot rock will get dumped out of here in the end. So this is getting hot again. This is boiling. This is boiling the oil. It's good. The temperature is going down, obviously, because this isn't being heated. So let's drain all the remaining heat out of this. Then get it, flowing up to the max flow rate. Yeah, heatsink is doing all right. But yeah, I like this because we'll store all of the hot magma here indefinitely until we need it to heat the petroleum or to heat the salt water. Yeah, so we'll run this a little bit longer. Actually, you know what? Maybe we will be alright going up to 10,000. Let's increase it to 10,000. Also, Leofar, I like that on my screen you've got the orange font and it goes very well with the orange platy badge. Very snazzy. So yeah, let's turn this up. Who's gonna do this? Neo's gonna come do that. That seems appropriate. Also, we've got butter. We've been making butter in here. Obviously, we ran out of petroleum, but I'll take it. We got some butter. Yeah, so this should go up to 10,000. Yeah, just like Minecraft. Exactly. Okay, there needs to be a mod that makes plastic produced from a polymer press gold, like the petroleum. And then it really will be butter. Someone needs to work on that one. So, let's see. Petroleum is still dipping down. We're going to start dumping more crude oil in there soon. But this should start opening up soon as well. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Yes, it's going to start heating again now. So it is flashing. It's, I think it's cooling down a little bit. I think I need to... Maybe I should have changed the flow rate a little bit. Yeah, because now we're just ending up with crude oil in there. We transfer the heat back in here as fast as we can. Let's reduce the spec down to 5,000 just for now. It seems to be Seems to be working somewhat well, although, yeah, now the crude oil is just dumping. Okay. That's fine. I think what I actually need to do is I need to come in here and do a temp shift plate here with the aluminium. But that's fine. I can literally dump this all off. We'll just pump all the petroleum out, open this up again, put the temp shift plate in here, and then gradually increase the flow rate. Yeah, because I put a temp shift plate in sandbox mode when I was testing this, and I forgot to do it this time. That's fine. Well, in the meantime, we'll just end up with some more butter. That's not a problem. Liquid butter. Conveyor bridge also works. Yes, I have noticed that, because obviously when you're doing insulated tiles, if you have a conveyor bridge, it transfers the heat over. You know, I think a conveyor bridge would probably be better here, because I don't want to heat these tiles up. But on the other hand, it feels kind of weird just putting a conveyor bridge there with nothing else. Man, I've done weirder things. We get more mass in the temperature plate. I'm just going to do temperature plate. We've got temperature plates everywhere else. Let's get some diamond and put it in here. Yeah, they do definitely work like that, but I think I'll just build a temperature plate in this case anyways. This oil will actually heat back up because this will connect here. So we're still dumping all the heat off of this, so that's fine. This erupts in 8.6 cycles. In the meantime, how is everything else going? Let's have a look. We're still working on all these pipes. People are running around as fast as they can. We got a transit tube over here. It's not powered. Ah, so we need to come over here and build this wire. Or build this ladder, I suppose. How are we going to build the plate? I'm going to remove one of the tiles. But yeah, how you doing, Uncle Bisk? You missed us failing at boiling some petroleum. The machine works. I just need to get it going properly. But we're gonna drain out all the petroleum and we're gonna let people in here. But yeah, I was annoyed because my liquid uranium thing or my liquid metal thing didn't work. It did work in sandbox mode. I ran it for like 10 cycles and it worked. But the issue is when you reload the game, there is a chance that it won't respawn in this condition. So it's pretty much useless in this condition. Right, I think this is good enough. Let's open that, let people through again. And then we can just deconstruct this. Although that's going to let a load of this petroleum out. Oh no, there's a better way. There must be a better way of doing this. I don't think there is. We were just having trouble controlling the heating element a little bit, so I put in some more automation. We set it up so that we can turn this off if it gets too hot in here, and I also set it up so I can turn this off if it gets too hot in here. We're gonna fiddle around with it in pliers a little bit. So the issue with this is we're going to end up with a load of petroleum down here, but we can sweep it up. Yeah, now actually some of the petroleum got pushed out here as well. We'll be okay. I'm not going to pretend this hasn't already gotten messy, so we're just going to do it. The important thing is that we just have the petroleum. We have the petroleum, and there's no gases in here. And there's no sour gas. I'm impressed that with all the mistakes we've made, we haven't ended up with any sour gas yet. Yeah. As soon as this is working, we're getting the infrastructure set up to put rockets in as well. So we put in some transit tubes and all that stuff. So that should be good. This temperature plate will exchange some heat with these tiles, but insulated tiles don't actually have a lot of mass, so it's not or thermal mass. They just really suck at heat transfer. So I'm not too worried about that. And we need to rebuild this. Now who's going to rebuild that? We're also ending up with all the... I think petroleum is sort of ending up in here. That's fine. As long as this doesn't break, which I don't think it will. We've actually super compressed some water in here. That's not good. So Maria's coming to build that. She's almost there. We've got some steam. Because this petroleum is hot. Well, that's why we have the gas pump. Wait. That steam's going to end up going in here, isn't it? Bollocks. Right. You're not allowed in there. Sweep this all up. Oh my god. I literally told you not to go in there. Well, you're in there now. We've still got a vacuum somehow. Okay. Okay, now leave. But hopefully we don't get any steam in here. No. We got steam. Well, let's see. This is all hot in here. It's going to absorb heat out of this as well, isn't it? Oh. Do I just reload this? I didn't think this petroleum was going to evaporate the steam. Does it actually matter having the steam in here? Will it eventually condense? I don't know, maybe we can all pump it. Maybe we can pump it all out. The oil is gonna be cold, so maybe it'll all condense and we'll just pump it all out. Yeah, because the steam's in here. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if we can get the steam out of here. I reckon once you start pumping the oil in, it will cool down. We may need to reload this. I hate steam. No! No, I don't want any steam in my petroleum boiler. Who's even doing this? Oh, no one is, because I disabled that permission. Let's see. There's not a lot of spare heat in this, so I think we keep it to 5,000. We get this tile built, and then we just send the oil in and hope it all condenses. It might not actually cause too many problems. And if it eventually gets pumped out, I suppose that won't be too bad. Let's try it one more time. It also seems to all be condensing up here because the pipe's too cold. Right, let's just get this pumping. We'll get this pumping and we'll get all of the petroleum out of here as soon as it comes in. Let's just see if this works. So we send the oil in. Immediately heats up. Get some water. We're probably going to end up with some water in our petroleum pipe. That's probably okay. We'll end up with some damage on the polymer presses, but that's probably fine. So for now, let's actually just cut this off. We'll allow that to happen just for now. Looks like steam is appearing everywhere. But we are slowly removing it because it's getting pumped out here. Well, let's keep trying just for now. How did water end up in this gas vent? We're not actually using this gas vent for anything now, so that's not a problem. Petroleum seems to be decreasing in temperature, so let's reduce this to 3,000 again. Okay, let's cut this off. Reduce it back down to 3,000 and we'll try again. I think we slowly just gotta let it ramp up. I mean, I also need to turn this back on. Or rather, all the stuff in here is cycling at 450 at the moment, so that needs to get dropped off. I think what I need to do is I need to set this to 500 instead. That could help. There is certainly some petroleum. Unfortunately, there's now some steam as well. which we are slowly removing. So we'll get this hotter again. And then we'll try pumping it again. There's going to be a little bit of trial and error to this. Ice, I'll take it. So this is heating up again. This is heating up again as well. I want to get this working without us dumping the magma in here, just so that we know we can run it off just the igneous rock. Because otherwise there's not going to be any point. Because the point is that we're condensing this magma. And we're not storing it. So we need to be able to run this off of just the igneous rock. Also, we've ended up with a lot of obsidian in here. Right, that's petroleum again. So let's hook this back up. I honestly don't know how you would do this without pliers. It would be so inconvenient. Or you just have to build like a really standard build. And know it was going to work. Yeah, hopefully some more of the steam condenses out. I don't think it will, because there's a huge amount of temperature exchange going on with this petroleum. And now we're not even getting any water out of it. But you know what? That's probably fine. As long as the mass of petroleum is getting down here. Maybe we can just have water in this and it works. It's going to be kind of embarrassing, but I mean, whatever. So it's heating up again. I'm going to set this to like 420. There we go. That should help it keep a bit hotter. Steam is always the enemy. I feel like that's just how it is. That's just the way it is. Okay, let's set this back to 500. Let's let the petroleum build up in here for a little bit. There's not a huge amount of steam in here, so maybe it will be okay. Okay. So the petroleum's getting down here and it's coming out pretty cold. There's not a huge amount of petroleum up here. There is steam over here. Liquid is just falling off between these little bits. I was hoping I could get a full pipe of petroleum out of this. This does seem to be warming up again now. Let's try increasing this to 5,000 again. Crude oil is coming in at about 65. Petroleum down here is about 65, so it is exchanging the heat. Obviously got steam in here again. And obviously I need this to work without me manually changing things. So let's just hook this back up. Let's just condense all the magma now. I'm gonna save this as something slightly different. You can see how many different saves I've got. I'm just gonna save this as Volcano 2. Hopefully there won't be any higher volcano numbers. And let's turn this on. So we've let the magma in. Let's go to dump in here. The salt water running through here is keeping this cool, which is good. This is going to heat up more again. So I think we should be able to keep dumping the magma in here now. At the moment, this is hot enough. Got 5 kilograms coming up. There's a lot of magma in here. But I feel like this should... Yeah, this auto sweeper will stop working. Yeah, the auto sweeper will stop working when the magma's being dumped in here. So what I need to do is I need to make sure the aluminium doesn't melt. So we've got 5,000 going in there now. Temperature is decreasing, but that's because the door is... Okay, it is heating up again. We've got the door there. I think we just have to be patient and leave it running for a little bit. But it does look like we're slowly actually starting to get the petroleum... well, it's not out of here yet. Let's set this to 50. Start pumping the petroleum out again. Oh, I disconnected the wrong pipe. Did I? Oh yeah, that's where the molten slicks and stuff is coming from. I was supposed to disconnect this pipe, but I don't think it mattered. So I think any water we sent went off to the plastic presses, which are a little bit damaged, but they're mostly fine. So we're getting the petroleum out now. That's good. It doesn't seem like the steam is actually causing any problems. Obviously this is getting a lot hotter. But because it's only connecting to this intermittently, that's not actually causing any issues. I think I can increase this to the full 10,000 now. You just have to do it gradually, and you have to tweak the settings. I think I am literally accepting Steam. It's like a mark of our sins. Like we roughed it, but it's actually working, and there's vacuum here. It's cool enough down here the water condenses, so it doesn't actually get in the pump. Yeah, a reminder of the pain. Yeah. Yeah, keep you humble. I mean, this bit's all working, thankfully. No more teleporting magma. I mean, it's teleporting up here, but that's fine. No more teleporting steam. No more teleporting uranium. And yes, ranchers, I will fill you. I just want to watch this a little bit more. Well, Leofar, I'll tell you what. The next petroleum boiler will be much simpler than this, because we won't be trying to condense a magma volcano. We're going to be doing it with thermium. And we're going to be using my original design that I had planned, that I didn't realize needed thermium. So that should be a lot easier. But I think this is kind of working. We'll keep an eye on the crude oil. We'll need to make sure this can run at 10 kilograms per second just fine. And you know what would have been a really good idea? Putting an element sensor here or something. Okay, so now it's it was condensing again. Now it seems to be, yeah. Now it's fine because it's still opening the door, which means there's enough heat stuff going on. Okay, and the heatsink hasn't melted. That's good. The metal is made of tungsten, so this definitely shouldn't melt. The steel will melt at... yeah, the steel shouldn't melt either. You only need to get the debris from the liquid heat sink. Bollocks! It's melted. The aluminium melted. It did get too hot in here. Like, it flashed. Yeah, we wanted aluminium here just for the thermal conductivity, but maybe I think we will need steel for this tile specifically. I've already fixed this once. Because if the volcano erupts, this is going to get super hot. We need this to work when this is super hot. Enter from left. Yes, we can open this up. We'll need to turn the volcano off. Yeah, we'll do that this time. Yeah, we're not going in the thing anymore. Good idea, thank you. Okay, so let's turn that off. So we're not dumping any more magma in here. This will condense. We're going to try not to reload this. We can remove this tile. So we can walk through. Actually, we don't even need to do that. We can just open this door. Yeah, and then we could do this. Yes. Excellent. Good idea. So then we can just... Yeah, because then we can just... oh, we can't walk down here because that's one tile. We can remove this anyways. And then we can remove this. I mean, it's still kind of working at the moment because it's flashing liquid, but obviously it's going to cause some problems. Yeah, people are coming to do this. I think everything got priority 8'd. What temperature does aluminium evaporate at? Okay, we're fine. Well, I mean, it melts at 660. I wanted to make sure it didn't turn into a gas. Yeah, this isn't gonna transfer any extra heat now, is it? Well, the door's pushing it back up. I mean, the funny thing is, it's still actually working. However, I don't think having a blob of liquid aluminium in our thing is what we want. It doesn't seem very sensible. Anyways, are you gonna come do this? Yeah, someone is. I'll slow a stoop. Although they're in a tube. Everyone's fast when they're in a tube. This is actually somehow still working. Yeah, that's liquid uranium. That's liquid aluminium in there, yeah. Yeah, maybe I just make the... Right, let's sweep this all out. No, no one can reach that. Because the problem is, this heatsink is super hot. So if we transfer the heat too fast, then it will, yeah, maybe we just fill this whole bit with temperature plates. Instead of metal tiles. Oh, we need to get all the aluminium out of there somewhere. Somehow. But I mean this one should never get above 660 because it's in contact with the petroleum. Yeah, you'll need a tile every gap. So what we could do is we could do one there, one there, one there. And that should work. This one can stay aluminium, and I'll change this one to steel. Somehow this petroleum boiler is actually working while we're doing this maintenance. I guess the heat exchanger is working now and it's reducing a lot of the need for the volcano. And that's why you do one of these snaky bends. So let's put a steel tile in here. Let's just go ahead and sweep all of this aluminium. It's all right. I'll tell you what. If I mind the backs, if I mind the backs, what is it called? Back sitting? Back seating. If I mind the back seating, I'll let you know. But if I don't say anything, assume I'm okay with it. Right, let's sweep this up. It's just a little bit of molten uranium. It's still good. It's still good. Molten aluminium. Force of habit. Well, as long as the aluminium doesn't get in here, we'll be okay. I've got another hour. We got some water in here again. That's fine. Yeah, back seating. Yes. Can you actually sweep the aluminium? You can. Yeah, so we grabbed all of that. Let's, where are we even going to put this? Where are we going to dump aluminium? I guess we just dump it up here in this... Oh, no, we can't. You know what? Just put it in here. Liquid aluminium. Sorted. There's loads of thermal mass in there. We'll be fine. Most of the dupes are default names, but we have some people that name themselves. You can name your dupes. You can name dupes with channel points. There is a reward for that. And you can also name other things. We have the mod where you can rename critters. So that is a thing you can do. Yeah, let's sweep this. Okay, so now we have temp shift plate with aluminium. So that is working. This oil will start heating up again. Thankfully, we have a little bit of extra petroleum here. I don't think that's quite how it's supposed to happen. But I think it is doing it, yeah. The fact that we've been able to jerry-rig this together while the petroleum boiler has been running is amazing. But yeah, this is all steam now, but it's not actually causing any issues. No, Travaldo, grab the aluminium. So petroleum's coming out about 100 degrees. I really hope someone is actually coming to do this. Look, I do have a sweep thing in here. Yeah, there you go. Grab the aluminium. You know, just casual aluminium. We have more than one lot, so I suppose it'll take a little bit to get in there. Yeah, I think this is working. Good advice. Oh, hold on. Liquid valve overheating. How is this overheating? Oh, it's because of the steam. Oh. That's not good. Yeah, we definitely shouldn't have steam in here. Let's ice temperature plate this again. Yeah. Thankfully, we do have a little bit of ice. But yeah, you'll need to get on that quick. Yeah, we got petroleum. We just need to stop this from overheating before it all stops. Please tell me you're not building a steel temp shift plate. I think you're just trying to fix it. You know what? I'm fine with you trying to fix it at the moment. You just wanted to keep running. No, Ellie, don't sleep. We need you to build things. We just need people to keep grabbing this. In fact, we can build this again. Yeah, that ice is helping this cool down. Yeah, and as a reminder, this petroleum boiler is working for a grand total of 3 oil wells. And there are 32 left. And obviously we're going to be doing sour gas boilers for those instead. But this is just to get some starting petroleum going. There we go, Hassan. Good lad. Yeah, so now we can just build these. We've got obsidian in here to build it with. Some copper ore as well. Actually, we don't want that going in there, do we? Let's grab the copper ore. Get rid of that. We don't want that melting in here. In fact, I should set this to just minerals. Yeah, there we go. Wait, I just dumped all that hot rock there. Oh my god. Oh no, this is bad. We'll do rockets next. We've actually got the petroleum now, and we built a lot of the infrastructure to do with the rockets, so it's not too bad. Yeah, we need to grab this. So let's empty these again. There you go. Yeah, we have the tech for petroleum rockets. Let's see. I mean, we have the tech for small petroleum rockets. Yeah, so this one. We're not going to start researching that one. Yeah. Let's grab jetpacks. I don't know. We have the tech for the small petroleum rocket, which is what we're going to start with. Actually, it doesn't look like the igneous rock is exchanging too much heat here. I don't know what was exchanging the heat before. We might as well grab it anyways. Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so I think this is working now, so I'm going to save it again. Good idea fixing the sort of bit that interfaces with the petroleum. So now I think I can turn this, I can start condensing the magma again, because this is still super hot, but now it shouldn't actually melt this ever. Yeah, I like it. I like how it looks too, which is definitely the most important thing. So I need to flip this back to here. That needs to... It should work. We're fine. I thought some magma might have flown in here. It didn't. We're okay. There's not too much magma left in here. Yeah. I think the key really is just ramping this up slowly. And then the heat exchanger actually does most of the work. The volcano is providing some initial input heat, but the heat exchanger does most of the work when it's working. Yeah, I want to put that tar back. I need to grab the material from here. So I'm pretty sure if I wall both of these, it won't grab it. Because this is where the material is getting dumped. But I did have a tile here before, so yes, I do want to do that. Yeah, I think this is actually working now. This is going to get very hot soon. I think, to be honest, with the temp shift plates, how you've got it now, we probably could have used the aluminium. I don't know. It's still getting quite hot. Steel is probably safer. But yes, I think this is actually working. So now this should be operating normally. So this should be set to send green signal if above below 600. So it won't dump any igneous rock in here while this is still hot. When it gets cool, it will start circulating the igneous rock again. And in the meantime, the magma will condense and just provide all the input heat. So the crude oil is coming in at 75, petroleum is coming out 120-ish something. Which is not ideal, but it's good enough. Yeah, having steel here is probably safer. I think this is actually working. I think we did it. I think we built a functioning petroleum boiler from a volcano. And it only took 3 streams. One to build this, one to build this, and then one to build this. Yeah, the petroleum's gonna cool just fine. It's not an issue. There's not going to be a huge amount of heat exchange over here because it's like mostly chlorine. I mean, let's just watch this. Yeah, because this petroleum here is at like 70. We'll keep an eye on anything else that ends up breaking along the way, but we have butter. We have butter. Synchronized butter. Boo. I mean, that wasn't the point, but it's nice to actually get these finally working. In the meantime, I've left the critters up here to starve, so how many critters do we need to replenish? Well, not to starve, but just, like, we need to wrangle some more. So we need 2 sweetles, and that's it, somehow. Okay, pretty good. There we go. Let's have a quick look at the slicksters as well. We're still up to 5 eggs in here. We have more slicksters down here, just regular ones in case we need them, and all that oil needs to be dumped somewhere. So this should actually start dumping. So yeah, these are running again. Yeah, I'm not particularly happy with it. We haven't got a huge amount of ranches, but that's just literally so we have food for everyone. The main ranches will eventually be fully automated, but I just need something to get started. So let's see. I guess we'll just put bottle emptiers here for crude oil. These do not need to be yellow alerts. And we can dump all the crude oil over here. Oi, get out of here. We don't want you. We don't want your kind. Oh my god, they're everywhere. How do they all end up? Well, I mean, I know how they all ended up in here. Didn't realize there were so many of them. Yeah, let's attack them all. Redig these, because these are probably just eating all the materials here. Oh, we can't actually reach this. That wasn't very clever, was it? I think that will work. And then we can just connect this here. And then this is where we're actually going to have the rockets. I think we'll stick them on this side for now. And we don't want the excess heat going into here. So let's make some sort of heat blocks for them. I can't remember exactly. I think the heat dissipates for a rocket in a sort of 9x3 block. So we want like a 9x3 zone here, or is it 9x5? It's 9x5. Whatever we do, let's put the platforms in. I'm not really sure what to make these out, so we'll make them out of steel. So let's raise these up 9 off the floor. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then we'll put another one here. Not 100% sure what to make this all out of, because I haven't done hardly anything with rockets. Get some ladders built up there, and then we'll start building the rockets. And people can transit tube in from over here. Then there's plenty of distance here. 38 down from boundary. Yeah, where is the boundary? Here it is. So that is 46. So we can go up another 8. Yeah, so remember the 38 number. Yeah, we'll do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I did remember that number from my previous playthrough. I counted that. So we'll leave this. Well, I'll have a look. I'll adjust it later. God, it's weird thinking that this is actually working now and I could just ignore it. Doesn't seem right. But yeah, all the magma's dissipated. Got all the heat in here. Yeah, this is now working. The petroleum's a little hotter than I'd have liked. We could probably make a bit more of this radiant pipe. But if we were going to break into here, we would definitely have to set up a different vacuum seal or something. This is probably good enough. Yeah. Well, the closer we get it to the temperature, I mean, is it increasing? I don't think it is. I think it's decreasing slightly the temperature here. Okay, choose blueprint, hatchling, that seems good. Yes, I think it's actually working. Haha. Very nice. So hopefully you'll just let's set those bottle empties to start dumping oil as well. Right, here we go. And sweep only. Actually, no, this could be just any oil. We're gonna eventually want to drain it all out of here anyways. I think we got all the shovels. Yeah, that's not bad. But I think what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to wrap it up, because I've not got a huge amount of time left, and I've got some housework I need to do. But we did it. with our combined efforts. We got the petroleum boiler working. There's a little bit of redesign around this sort of area, but we have that working. We have salt water cooling running past here, so that these aren't going to overheat. We have a little bit of steam production from the volcano as well. And we also have steam for the rocket, so that pipe will go as well. This pipe isn't actually hooked up yet, is it? Yeah, there's one segment we weren't able to build. Let's get that segment built first so we can just have a look at it. Because that should be like a complete loop. Oh, we need this one done too. Okay. It's fine. So, yeah. Next episode for sure, now that it's technically working, even if it's not perfect, is Steam Rocket and Petroleum Rocket. And then we're going to start exploring space and getting some data banks and actually doing research and stuff. Yeah, we did it. We got the molten slicks that's going as well. This carbon dioxide is still nice and hot. That's good. But yes, I'm tired and we did the thing. So yes. Thanks very much for sticking around. If people are still sticking around for Max's raid, I really appreciate it. It's been a good stream. I'm usually playing this game Monday to Friday, 7 to 11 GMT. Sometimes I play on weekends if I have the time. And like I do often have time at the moment, so you can probably expect like one weekend stream. But yeah, we're gonna keep going until we use all 35 of these oil wells. So I'm gonna wrap it up. And I think I'm gonna go find someone to raid. But thanks for watching. Feel free to follow if you want to see more of this sort of content. And I'll be back tomorrow. Right. Bye for now while I find someone to raid. Thanks very much, guys. See you soon. Well, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go raid Too Legit City. He plays a lot of Oxygen Not Included. At the moment, he's currently playing City Skylines. But I'm sure he'll be happy to see you all. So I'm going to go send you over to him. Because he also followed me apparently yesterday. I didn't notice. Yep. Let's get going. Alright, we're gonna head over to raid in like 10 seconds. So show me your best Whiskers impression, and yep, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.